in a Warrior uniform because that's how big this thing is to me. Am I crazy?
No.
For coming, like I went there and I don't like it.
Possible. It's possible.
Indefinite? Who had that?
By the way, if you're on the YouTube chat, we got your sound. We know what's going on.
Oh, okay. No, so that that crossed your mind.
Hey, Steiny, do you think it's within the realm of possibility that Draymond Green has played his last game for the Warriors? Yeah, it's in the realm of possibility.
And the big three would then be over, and who had it ending like that?
Well, it was specifically nobody, but in general, that's the way it's going to. That's the way it may end up ending.
And let's hope it's not that.
880. I don't know. What if it's the best thing for Draymond?
Now. He has no support. Okay, Frankie G, smart ass, $3.
That is cold.
Why would you laugh?
Because I chuckled.
And Evans like Guru here on a Thursday.
I chuckled.
I'm dealing with family stuff when I'm out, guys.
Do you want me to set it up or do you?
Yeah, you set it up.
All right. Obviously, that's cold, Frankie G.
You're laughing again.
But it's a radio laugh. Frankie G has paid $3 on the YouTube chat. Anytime you pay money on the YouTube chat, it becomes a priority, and we must repeat it on the radio.
Look at Evan.
If you come down Guru's Road, I want to see at least $10.
Frank, I agree. This is a cheap shot, a literal cheap shot at $3. Guru here on a Thursday. I'm shocked.
The rap sheet, if I told you what I was dealing with.
Exactly.
Then why'd you laugh? And when Evan laughs, it hurts. Go ahead.
Funny.
But, dude, we got Monty Pool some point today, Steiny.
11:30.
What's Joe Lacob thinking? I gave you a contract, and this is how you pay us back? Like, is that far-fetched? Is that out the realm? I rewarded you with 400 when some said I should say night-night.
I don't think Joe Lacob feels much differently today than he did yesterday or the day before.
Boy, I vehemently just disagree with that.
Well, he knew something was going to happen.
Not an indefinite. This thing could go 20, or he could do the John Moran.
Maybe he wants it to go 20. Maybe Joe Lacob thinks he has a problem.
Wow.
And says to Joe Dumars and Adam Silver, you know what? Whatever you do, we'll support. I mean, that's what I heard yesterday. Take a listen to Joe Dumars of the NBA.
A lot of times people get caught up into like a number. Like, what's the number? And we didn't want to do that. What we wanted to do was, first of all, we knew that there would be some level of punishment, but we didn't want that to be the focus. We wanted the focus to be on how can we help Draymond as well. And we thought indefinite was the best way to do that. So people don't get caught up on here. What's the number? Is it too low? Is it too high? Indefinite means get yourself right. We want to see you at your best. And the best way for you to do that is to get yourself mentally and emotionally back to where you need to be. And so that's how we got to indefinite.
888-957-9570 is the number. Draymond Green's been suspended indefinitely, and he does have access to the facility, which to me tells me that there's a consistency there. And whether you think it's PR or not, if Joe Dumars comes out and says, first priority is we got to get this guy some help, we want to see him at his best, you can't take away the gym from him. You can't take away shooting and lifting weights. So from that aspect, he will be allowed in the facility to practice. Now, the interesting thing is, this is where you wonder if Joe Lacob and Mike Dunleavy say, you know what, Draymond, you have all the access in the world. Just don't come around when the team's here for a while. Would they do that with Draymond Green? See, that to me is, I don't know if it's a small thing or a big thing, but if they're saying, look, he's suspended, but he can use the facility, if I'm the Warriors, I'm saying when we're not around for a while. That's what I would do. But so, that might not even matter a smidge.
I think if I passed tomorrow and you and Evan came to my funeral with all my imperfections, I think you would say Goo had a good heart. And the reason I say that is what I'm about to say next, I don't want to sound heartless, but you let me know. Steiny, Draymond is who he is. He's got to want to change, okay? And I don't want to sound like a Neanderthal, but all I care about right now is the Warriors are 10-13. They are about to play I don't know how many games without Draymond Green. What about the state of the team? What are we looking at? And I asked Evan pre-show, is it all just on Kuminga, or is it by committee? Like, I'm asking you, what do we expect tonight in LA without Draymond Green? Because this season already without him, they're not good. It hasn't been good. Like, that's the part that Warrior fans are really bothered by. Where does that leave your brothers? When you do come back, what are you coming back to? Are we a 13th seed? Do we even got a shot?
No. Do you think they have a shot?
I wouldn't. Okay.
Yes.
They can rally. Sometimes people rally when people are counted out. So I'm not going to rob them of that shot.
No, why not? What about the Blazers have a shot?
No, they never had a shot, though. They're young. So
they're not nipping at the Warriors' heels right now.
But I'm getting scared with a season.
Radio scared.
A bad season, basketball scared. What a bad season can do to Steph Curry. What, like the byproduct of a bad season, how he would feel. Because let me tell you, partner, he ain't going off into the sunset on the back nine, not making the playoffs or stuff like that. But Dre's put him in that. And the one thing about Dre, I'll say, it's kind of funny because I hadn't heard a podcast all year. He has no outlet to talk about this, I don't believe. I don't think it would be good PR if he came out and said something. So I know he's probably seething that way. But at the end of the day, Steiny, you didn't see Denzel in Training Day. He was a crooked cop. I'm not calling Dre that. But he ran roughshod over the neighborhood, and there's a scene where he's yelling at everybody in the neighborhood, and they're outside. He's like, I'm King Kong. And it just falls on deaf ear. That's where Dre's at. There's nobody supporting him. And I wonder, like, I'm asking you, Stein, I know you're not Dr. Phil or Dr. Ruth. What's going to change?
The one thing that's going to change is he's not going to play for the next.
Well, you got me
I think it's safe to say there's no way he's coming back.
By the new year, before 2024, Evan threw that out.
Well, if he gets 10 games, that brings him back essentially on January 4th.
What's the checklist look like, you think? Oh, I talked to somebody.
It's probably like a 12-step program. Yeah. I don't know what it is. So 10 games would get him back here January 4th-ish. I don't think it's going to be any less than 8 games. But that's just a guess. That's just
indefinite. Who Willard didn't even have that as an option. Vegas.
This is more Joe Dumars.
The reason we don't have a number is because the help that he needs to get, getting himself better, is what's most important. And I don't want to. Adam doesn't want to. We don't want to put a number on, you have this many games to go out and get the help that you need to get better. And so leave it as indefinite until that time comes. And that's why even when you say indefinite and then you throw out a minimum number on it like that, Stephen, you're not really living up to what you're saying that you really want to do. And so we're going to leave it as indefinite for him to get better. And when that time comes, he'll be back.
Yeah, here's the other thing. This is a forced intervention is what it is.
Elaborate on that.
Because Draymond has no say in this right now. It's one of the few things he has no say in.
But when you go to the principal's office, you have no say. It's on them.
That's
like
what
when you go in front of the judge, they don't care.
I said he has no say. Like, that's the fact. And what Joe Dumars is saying is the reason we're not putting a number on it is because we ain't going to guarantee this guy's coming back. He's not coming back.
Where would that leave the team?
It's bigger than the team. This guy's messing with the league. Bigger than the team.
Wow.
So, I mean, I think he's getting at least. I mean, he's getting more than he just got. I think we can say that. And They're also saying to Draymond Green, he's getting help. You got to go to class. You got to go to anger management. We got to figure this stuff out.
We didn't laugh, but you saw something I saw. Did you hear Kevin Durant? His quote about Draymond Green.
Yeah, that was insane to see. Glad Nurk is all right. Never seen that before on the basketball court in the NBA game. I hope Draymond gets the help he needs. It's been incident after incident. So I know Draymond, and that's not, he hasn't been that way when I was around him and coming into the league. So hopefully he gets the help he needs and get back on the court and, put all this stuff behind him.
That was KD.
Wow. Soft-spoken. Steiny, he said it was insane. He'd never seen it on an NBA court. And then he kind of threw out and alluded to Dre wasn't like that when I was around. We did call you the B word, KD, during the game.
888-957-9570 is the number. Draymond Green's been suspended indefinitely. If you're a Warrior fan, where are you at right now? Do you think mostly about Draymond Green? Do you think, well, how many games are we going to be without him? Do you think, did he just ruin another season? Do you guys realize you play the Clippers tonight?
Wow.
In LA?
And a 13-10 Brooklyn Net team Saturday on ABC.
I mean, I'm just an observer. And my first thought is, with everything going on with Draymond, and it's not the first time we've had this turmoil around Draymond. My first thought is, they're done. They're done. And I mean the Warriors. And what I mean is, how can you play 10 more games? And listen, I understand he's not the player he was, but
stop.
No, I'm not going to stop.
We don't know. I feel you because you're not the only one that feels that way. But until we see it, to them being done.
He's not going to play. Well, but that's my point. They're done. That's what I think. You can't have the biggest focus of your offseason being, let's go re-sign Draymond Green to give ourselves one last swing at it.
Yep.
And then this be happening. We're 23 games in. It's now going to last to 33 games in. If and when he gets back that soon, which he may or may not, you got to reincorporate him into. This team's not going anywhere. That's what would piss me off as a Warrior fan. Now, could Kuminga, now the silver lining? Well, forget him. The silver lining to me would be, and we've said it a few times, can Jonathan Kuminga in the next however many games that Draymond Green doesn't play in, can Jonathan Kuminga please show some significant consistency and positive play over the next 12 games so that maybe we can start envisioning life without Draymond Green? That's, to me... But the problem is we've said it before.
And he didn't take advantage,
right.
Kuminga, of the last time Dre was out for those 5 games. But to that point, he is playing his ass off right now. So we'll see how he takes a baton. But let's put the right on the table, brought to you by Atco, Steiny. Another blessing in disguise is if you're right about maybe some guys side-eyeing Dre and mad about Poole being gone, I'm talking about Wiggins. Then I could go look at Wiggins when Dre was gone for 5 games and look at that production to see, but maybe he shows a pulse. I don't know, but I know they're not going to lay down tonight. They may get beat, but that's what's scary. Who had this be the ending, the script, if Draymond somehow doesn't come back?
I mean, somebody had it. Somebody had it. And that's the part that we can't ignore. Who had it ending? Who had Draymond? Some people sure did. Some people have been watching the last, his whole career. Can you believe this is Yes. I think we can all believe it. We've all seen it. And now, did it hit me hard? Yeah, when I heard suspension and it started sinking in? Yeah. Damn, this guy's in trouble.
Right.
We agree. This guy's in trouble.
And so is the team.
Right.
And the franchise.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about the franchise. But this year's team has been put in peril. Not just because of Draymond Green, but now this has become the focal point. And once again, Andrew Wiggins, get those thank you cards out. Draymond Green has another thank you card coming. It's going to be another day we don't talk about how poorly you've played this year.
By the way, this was from Chris Haynes last night. Draymond Green will be allowed to continue to practice with the team while serving his suspension.
Oh,
that's standard.
What if they go 7-3? You think Lakeup is like just what you said? You know what? Life without Draymond, I know it's only 10 games, short sample size, but okay. I'm wondering.
What else can he do?
This thing could go This thing could get sideways. I know you're saying it's tipped
this
over.
Guru, this thing could get sideways. Yeah. Wiggins is having the worst year of his career. Clay is a shell of himself as of right now. Draymond's never been in more trouble with the NBA or the team than he's been now. Steve Kerr, how's that contract extension looking? I'd say we're sideways.